What's up, fellow duelists? Y.G.O-LYFE here, coming at you with a new deck profile for January 2020. This deck profile is going to be my build on Infernities. Yes, Infernities haven't seen play in a while, but I always like to say that the link mechanics was like synchros without the tuner base. So with the way to manipulate cards coming back and send them off, you just decide to build a deck. I will say this is like much more on a budget version, just easy just to pick up the cards because no one really playing them. So I built a little kind of like budget version of Infernities, and it actually works good with combos and stuff, like interactions with other decks out there. But it's just really good still to play Infernities, and still surprising that you can play Infernities with one Infinity Archfiend. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the deck profile. Alright, starting off the main deck, be the monsters. One because it's at one, but abusing it while it's at one. So many ways you can manipulate the with him being at one, but it's also just Infernity Archfiend. So one Infernity Archfiend. One of the new ones, this came out of Cola the Duelist with Firewall set, but this one is just when it's the last card in your hand, you can just summon it out. So, and then when it's in the graveyard, it has the protection to banish this to protect Infernity card. This one, I say you can do two. Me right now, I'm just testing out three because of wanting to really see the card and just go off. Having this card is the main part of your combo also. Three Infernity Mirage because you have to start Yuju, you have dumping one in graveyard. You dump one in graveyard, one you summon from your hand, maybe naturally you got the launcher, and then the other one is just the summon from the graveyard. Like you have the extra utility, you can this card get banished, you can levy an area back. Since Tour Guide went to 2, that's a good plus for this deck starting off with the ban list. It just Tour Guide helps you with me building it. So it's 3 Mirage. I could really say you can play 2 of it. Testing out 3 of these because two Infernity Avengers because monster get destroyed, he comes back and then he copies that level. But also just testing 2 because when you situationals, you might need a Link Karibo, and just having him is as a level 1, playing 2 of him is not bad with the Mirage. I don't play Where Are Thy, but it's possible. I don't see myself playing it because I can summon it in certain scenarios. It's just I choose not to, just to play that spell card. But you know, these both at 1. Armageddon Knight, Dark Grepher, they're both at 1, but they still synergize with the deck and with your combo setting up. So you run them. 2 Street Patrollers right now. Testing it off. Kind of do want to play 3, but it just says really don't want it too cloggy in my hand. And I'm also testing the Danger Engine out with it. So just 2 for right now. Try to manipulate using the 2. 2 Dangers on Chupacabras and 2 Mothmans. The The Mothman's is well needed in here. The Trooper Cop is just another level 4. You discard them off for other things. But mainly you just got the level 4 dangers in here. I will say you will want to run 3 Mothmans actually instead of 2. But I just have 2 right now, so I'm working with that. Two tour guides makes everything feel good about this deck, right? And starting off this format is like Orcus is still surviving. You got Spirals coming back, so you got Infernities and Spirals being 2 combo heavy deck also. So 2 tour guides just to help with opening plays to get your pieces that you need to your hand or to the graveyard fluctuate them. Archfiend Interest, you definitely need her with Archfiend being at 1. She's the level 3 fiend. You would summon off of tour guide, activate trance modifier, or to get her, you do not get her effect if you link or synchro with her. So it has to be sent by a card effect or being destroyed by battle to get a card. And most of the time people are just going to attack your tour guide and leave this on board after game 1. So it's the trans modifier, so she's just, you level up with her, you search the Archfiend, and you go from there. That's it for my monsters. Three trans modifiers just because you play the level 3 fiends to go to level 4. You only really need 1. The other ones you discard them, return them back off of Star Yuju. With playing Star Yuju is like, it's the only card in your deck that you will put back. Don't care that you see it, but you can also use it as an option, and it's a good game starter, really, especially with the citrus. So you know you get her search because she was sent by the trans modifier. The one Infernity launcher, always had one. I ended up ordering 2 more because I was like, maybe they might bring it off the list with the whole link thing, and no one really playing Infernities, and I ended up ordering 2. But it didn't get moved off the list. But this still very good standard, good card in Infernities. This is like Zodiac Barrage right here. So the one Rhoda to get the Dark Gruffer and the Armageddon Knight to set up. Foolish Burial, dump anything that you will need to fix your hands. The Street Patroller, even you jump your Archfiend, your Avenger, your even you might want to drop a Mirage because you're already ready to go to 100 Eyes Dragon. So it's just, yeah. One card destruction, because it's card destruction, is a lot of pieces. You might draw them, you need them in your hand. You have the dangers in here to make it better for you, but yeah, card destruction. One Monster Reborn just to blink things off, bring it back, is free. This card is not free. I will say you go this, and you know you can't conduct your battle phase the same turn, but in certain situations you can actually benefit from Archfiend with summon Archfiend off of this, so it doesn't matter that you can't go in the battle phase. It's like in the combo, you play this, you get them back, so your barriers are all live now because your opponent might see that you get your barriers and send them off the field, and they like wonder why you field, but you have one more set, you had evaded, you get another one, and that's how you get your Infernity break. But you just can't enter the battle phase, so then the standby phase, your Infernity break their monster if you can. One for one. Sadly, this is still at 1, but it's 1 for 1, so it's at 1, and I have to play 1 because I play level 1s in here. Also helped me go to Link Karibo starting off. Two Twin Twisters as my chose this as my discard. If I need to discard Street Patroller, it's my discard option in the deck. Is yeah, you know, some people might decide just to play Lightning Storm. It being released now, that building this deck prior to initial assault, that I have Twin Twisters in here, but this could be just your 3 Lightning Storms in your deck, you know, because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And decided to play 1 Archfiend War because of the instant tricks. If I actually do really open up with my Archfiend opening hand, it's possible, but playing one of these to get the Archfiend back, or to also for my Citrus to search, still have a search target. So I actually have 2 search targets here, one being a monster and one being a trap. So just standard 1. Also, it's Red Dragon Archfiend being a synchro. You can also play that in here, and you can get it back to the field. Two Call to Hunters, because you know when you're trying to set up boards, you want to set things, and since you need to sometimes set up Infernities, you need to run Call to Hunt. You know, abuse the Armageddon Knight, abuse the Dark Grapher, just re-abuse things that you might need to re-abuse, the same as the Archfiend on your opponent's turn. And it's like, it works. It's useful, but you know, you got other things like Back to the Front, World Egg Succession. I decided to just put this in as a test filler, but I'm actually liking it, so I'm pretty sure I'm go ahead and stay with the Call to Hunters. The 2 Call to Hunters with the Archfiend War. That's why I don't run 3 Call to Hunters with the Archfiend War. So yeah, and then you have your 2 Infernity breaks. You can run 3. I decided just to run the 2 right now. My last copy is kind of damaged, so bad crease in it. So I play 2 right now, and Infernity break, you know, select 1 Infernity from your graveyard and you banish it, and then you get to, so then you open up for the 11 in air if you're for the grind game. Last but not least, best card in the deck, Infernity Barrier being at 3, and you also be able to set all 3 of these. Not guaranteed 2 barriers, but at least 1 barrier set against your opponent. I mean, one Infernity break against your opponent, and 3 barriers set. It's still very good when you have a link and you burn through your synchros and your extra deck, just making plays and ending with XCs and stuff, and it's now I'm gonna go ahead and get into the extra deck. You know, I really haven't invested too much money into this, especially since the links is Star Yuju very cheap right now. It's not very expensive anymore, so anybody can really start playing Star Yuju now. But it's just standard with the links format, and being able to do certain things. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this extra deck. You play the 1-star Yuju. You can play 2, or you can play Appaloosa. You know, it's a thing. You can also play Nightmares in here. I haven't tested this well enough to see how I would do the Nightmare build, but the build with Saryuju 1, that's all I really need right there. Then we have the 1 Deco Talker, because Deco Talker is just Deco Talker, and I like him as a link 3 and being able to also be a negation also by shooting anything that it points to. On my side of the field, you play a dark deck with your Princess Witch. The whole deck dark base, so you run her. Your dark synchros get even bigger. 1 link Karibo, like I said, with the 1 link Karibo for the Avengers, or Mirage if you really have to, but like if they turn off that effect, then you have the link Karibo and the extra deck for it. Testing 2, because you know, space issues. You can play 3. There's nothing wrong with playing 3. Playing 3 and playing Necromancer. You can banish the Infernity Necromancer, and he gains effect. Bring back the Archfiend to get your one of your barriers is also in the combo, and then you just swing in over your opponent monster, because certain things is them trying to return stuff when he does his effect is kind of awkward, but it's banished for cost to get the effect. So if they have to really target him, not something like Call by the Grave, the monster in the graveyard, because he banished for cost. So just watch out for that. Trishula, because it's quite possible, easy to really go Trishula in here, but it's not that easy because we're not playing the Infernity Beetle, and that's the reason why we only play 1. But you can actually play 3 still. Go to Star Yuju and go Trishula on your opponent. This is actually possible in this deck, especially with the level 4 dangers. You summon off, and then you synchro with them with the Avenger. Trishula is very possible in here. Where I'm Brianna at, because the dual devastation gave us 1, so just like old school format, 1 Brianna just as another discard target when you're trying to grind. But rarely see myself going this unless I have the Star Yuju on board first. But going into this without the Star Yuju, I don't see it. Underworld Fighter, because you using them, turn them into XC material. I haven't tried the other level 4 one that actually has the XC used to be XC for the synchro, but I decided to test him right now just to see how it works out. But and it being dark, so a Princess Witch and making it, somebody might try to hit your Infernity Archfiend. But so you got this. Sergeant. This is very good. This is one of your cards you go in your far zone with Star Yuju, and you just swing, and then you get to swing again, and then it becomes even bigger than the first time it swings. So with making him under the Star Yuju and making him 25, he's without Star Yuju you probably wouldn't even want to play this, but with the Star Yuju and with the Archfiend syncing and then bringing it back off the Necromancer is highly, this will come up so many times in your combos where you just feel comfortable that you play this and you just summon it and attack. Time Thief Fedora, you know, you just play one of this. You can go into this. You can play Key Beetle. You can play other other level 4s I played. But right now, just testing out the main standard, and then things I would want to end on board with making level 4s with the dangers and the Archfiend when I really don't want to make the Archfiend. But if I have to end board with overlaying Archfiend, then I will have one of these to go into, and then detach the Archfiend, and then my traps like Call the Hunted, Archfiend Roar, bring it back, so then my barriers can be activated. But these are, I would say, best two options. I really might want to play a Key Beetle in here. I haven't decided yet, because I don't know how much of a XC variant I'm doing with this. So yeah, so one Dweller, one Time Thief. Last but not least, Levier. Answer to a lot of your combo. When you keep wanting extending, you basically play this and you keep on extending, and then you link it off and make it start Yuju. Draw 4, pit 3 back. You only needed one card anyway to keep on going with the card in your hand, especially when it start Yuju and you fish for your second Mirage. You just keep fishing for Mirage when you go into deck with a Star Yuju. So that's why you can play multiple, but I don't recommend it. It's a waste of time in a competitive match. Keep going Star Yuju over and over again when it's very possible in this deck, and putting things back into your deck with Emerald. But so guys, tell me what you think. I know you can experiment, make different variations to the deck, but like, subscribe. I got more deck profiles coming up. I actually have a Gladiator Beast deck I want to upload soon to you, but I wanted to show you all the Infernity deck that I built for 2020 January after the ban list. Y.G.O-LYFE out.